Hi Libra, thank you so much for stopping by. So I am here to do your love and relationship reading. This is going to be for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. Yeah, they just showed me, let me just put this incense out. They just showed me something about like an eraser, taking an eraser and erasing something from the past, but then also at the same time, it's like rewriting something. And we have the Fool here. So I feel like, let's see. I'm also hearing ancient knowledge. There's something here coming up about ancient knowledge. It feels like there could be a few different things coming through. When I did shuffle this deck too, we have the number 1 card here, Bone Collector. And I feel like there's something with this over here too. And I don't know, it's almost like I feel like there's something that some of you are connecting to right now, which feels like a major new beginning with the 0 and then the number 1. And I think this is something that feels like it's some sort of, again, rewriting of a story or like a new clean slate in some sort of way. Although it feels like it could be in a very spiritual way. I am being also drawn to the heart chakra. I feel like this could have something to do with the heart kind of being the compass here that's guiding you to some sort of new beginning. And so again, it kind of feels like it could be multiple things, something with this circle too around this woman's head. It feels like this could be in reference of many different sort of directions. So we'll see what else comes up here. But I do feel like if you align to this reading, it seems like there's something kind of about this new start, this new beginning. And I'm hearing do not be afraid. And we have the 9 of Wands actually at the bottom of the deck. Let me get a little bit more here from the tarot though and see. Tell us a bit more, Spirit, about this message. What would you like to say? Yeah, they keep wanting to say something with this High Priestess about the Chariot. They're showing me taking a hammer and working on things. The Chariot, the High Priestess. It's like there's a new foundation being built. Some of you here are 10 of Wands is here. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to fit for everybody, but they're kind of showing me with the reference of this 10 of Wands here and the Fool that we're almost like collapsing something else or we're ending something else, or there's something like that in order to open up into something new or into a new cycle. And this feels like with the High Priestess being here, again, it seems like it's something connected though to a certain spiritual knowledge, and I don't know what that is. It could be that some of you are accessing something spiritually right now. It could be that I'm hearing you have all the answers, or you're about to have all the answers. So maybe you're going to be having a lot of insights into the next steps of your path. Maybe this is something that you're feeling. Maybe you're having a lot of intuitive downloads recently, if this is for you. And they're also showing me something about the tug between two different kind of directions in a way, or we're leaving something else behind, or we're just simply kind of dissolving a certain space where we didn't have enough answers or we didn't have enough knowledge about something. So maybe that's going to be different for everyone. Maybe it's something that represents an actual situation in your life. Maybe you're finally having kind of the insight that you need to take those steps forward, and it feels like a breakthrough. It feels like a really big kind of breakthrough here for you with this number 1 card again as well, this Bone Collector. And it's almost like a bit of, and I think this came up in the last reading I did, it's almost like a bit of a congratulations here too for some of you who are aligning to this, and if you resonate with this, because I feel like with the Chariot we can now kind of move forward. We're not weighed down by this 10 of Wands. We can now kind of progress and to move forward. And Spirit showed me a reference of like a squirrel collecting the nuts to prepare for the winter. So there could be something here that let me see. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit. Can we open up this energy a little bit more to what you are referring to? I'm hearing choose wisdom. Choose wisdom or choose love, or maybe both. I think I heard both. The King of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Wow. Yeah, and we have the Three of Swords here too. And I'm getting a few different things. So let me try to touch on everything here, and then we'll kind of put it together as we go. Because now I'm getting also that there could be something about a person involved here. They're almost showing me somebody kind of like opening their heart or unbuttoning their chest here with this Three of Swords in order to see some truth. And the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords, this does kind of give me that feeling of having the answers. I'm hearing no more wasted time, or like no more. So there's just something here in this reading about it's like there's a clear answer coming through. There's a clear direction. And I don't know if maybe some of this is you and some of it could be somebody else possibly around you, or it could be all you. But it feels like it's like we've kind of been able to reach this point of crystallizing some sort of knowledge, and we're kind of creating it into wisdom. It's like there's a breakthrough here with this. Yeah, I keep hearing you have enough. You have enough of what you need now. So I don't know, maybe some of you feel like, again, you have enough answers. You have, maybe it's in reference to something that you've been hoping to find the clarity about so that you can finally move forward, or that you can take those steps forward. And it's like you are receiving that with the Ace and the number 1 here. And it feels like something which has been like a long time coming. So for some of you specifically with the Three of Swords, you know, again, maybe it does have to do with some aspect of heartbreak connected to a person, or this could be even for others of you that you are seeing something clearly connected to a person that for some reason maybe you've kind of cracked the code with that, or you've been able to understand that situation. They're kind of showing me like from a bird's eye view. I'm also being shown somebody wiping their tears away. 4 of Wands. Yeah, the 5 of Cups. They're showing me also something about, I'm hearing like everything was upside down and now it's becoming upright. Everything was upside down and now it's coming upright. The Emperor. And again, I'm kind of getting those two groups of you, so we'll see. For some of you, it's about a person, and others of you, this is you. I'm sorry, it's kind of dark in here. It's about to storm. But with the Emperor, I feel like this is either you becoming the Emperor regardless of your gender, or this is about somebody else becoming an Emperor and kind of stepping into their power fully. It's like there's a lot of like with this sword here too, and this number 1 and the tree standing upright. There's something with that of like we're putting whatever's been upside down, we're putting it upright. So whatever's been maybe missing from the puzzle, whatever we haven't seen clearly, or whatever somebody here in your life maybe hasn't seen clearly, where there were, you know, some kind of maybe heartbreak involved, or there was sadness involved, where it's like we're taking that and we're putting it back upright. We're releasing maybe that sadness, or we are releasing sort of the confusion that kept us in that loop to begin with. And I'm hearing now the journey can start. Wow. So yeah, it's like there's a journey that can now start, and I want to see a little bit more to what that journey is. But there's like a journey that maybe wasn't able to start. See, this woman here too looks very happy. So it's like there's something about this aspect of like congratulations, because now we've gotten what we needed to from that lesson, and now we can kind of start the journey. This wants to fly out. Magical magical map shifter. So there's some sort of journey that is now becoming kind of, again, upright, so to speak, is how they're showing it. And it's like, it feels like this kind of relieving feeling to where we have the clarity now. We didn't have it before somehow, or we were too lost in sort of I'm almost being shown that behind that High Priestess, or that owl there, it's like behind that was all the lessons, and then that owl kind of broke through with the light, and it either allowed you as the viewer to understand things from a spiritual higher level now. So maybe you're understanding a person more from a higher spiritual level. Maybe you're understanding a lot of things that you've been through. And it almost feels like that owl is like almost in a sense like a messenger to where you maybe were not in the energy to receive that intuitive understanding before. Maybe it wasn't time for spirit to kind of reveal that to you. So maybe some of you again are having a lot of insights coming to light about certain things in your life. And it's like this is that kind of feeling to where there's something with that woman here. So something about like and I think in the last reading too, the crone card came up. So it almost gives me the same feeling to where some of you here watching, it's like you've been able to access a deeper level of intuition and spiritual understanding. And this has been a very big breakthrough that's going to be catalyzing many new directions and some sort of new journey to begin in your life. And yeah, I'm being shown spirit kind of like, you know how like if someone were to cup their ears to hear more clearly, I'm being shown both ears are being cupped and like you're receiving like a dog would, you know, like if they put their ears up to hear something. I feel like a lot of you are maybe receiving a lot of insights again intuitively right now. But I want to get a little bit more because there could be somebody else here who's receiving insights, or it's maybe like mixed here between you and also, you know, maybe somebody else too. Yeah, Spirit showed me somebody trying to start a fire, and they were using every possible tool to start that fire, but they just couldn't get the fire to light. And it's like now I'm seeing finally we have the fire that's able to light with this Emperor here. So again, we've been able to find that missing piece, that stick in the woods that would be the one that would light the fire kind of, or the right kind of, you know, piece of equipment for that. And I feel like that's what this is talking about here. So it's like we can start the fire now. I'm hearing the battle is over. Yeah, so I don't know. There's some sort of battle that's over, or like a battle that's coming to an end. Tell us a bit more then, Spirit. And Spirit showed me too with this card, it's almost like they're showing me a lot of connection to the stars and to a certain alignment that, again, something like it wasn't able to be accessed fully before. I feel like this is kind of a deeper message indicating that, you know, it's almost like until we kind of do the work on ourselves, or until we are able to, you know, maybe it's various things. Maybe it's being open to healing. Maybe it's being open to receive the truth. It's like, it's almost like Spirit's kind of opening the gates because we've committed ourselves to that truth, or we've committed ourselves to that self-practice, or whatever that is. Tell us a bit more about this message, please, Spirit. What else is coming up here today in this reading? What else are you talking about here for this? We have the unicorn. So supernatural powers. I'm actually going to pause this and put a light on because it's getting really dark in here. So 1 second. Okay. So yeah, I'm hearing you are now cloaked in wisdom is just what I heard. There's something here that I definitely feel like whoever's aligning to this reading, it's like you're cloaked in some sort of wisdom spiritually. This feels very high vibrational. It feels like there's something that it says here, dare to believe in magic, fantasy realms, you are one of a kind, and supernatural powers. I feel like this is just, again, a confirmation for a lot of you that there's been some sort of shift that you've come into. And it's like with that sword here, it is almost like allowing for there to be this clearer channel in a sense. Maybe some of you are even having a lot going on in your crown chakra, maybe your third eye chakra. There's like a clearance in that upper kind of above your head kind of is what I'm seeing, like the channel is being cleared or being enhanced. There's the bonfire. Yeah, so that's what I was seeing a vision of. It's like we can now start the journey and igniting a new spark. something that lights you up, passion-filled, fire, magic, burn, and release the old. And some of you, I'm getting this actually could be a message to confirm also your self-love journey, which could be mixed into this anyway, but there could be a message where, how to put it, it's almost like there's something ignited within you at a deeper level that maybe you didn't see before. So maybe it's some kind of talent that you have, or maybe it's something that is just becoming more clear that like, this is my qualities or my good qualities, or there's just something that I feel you weren't able to access. It's like it was further from your reach. And although you may have tried to access that certain talent or gift, or just even your sense of worth, maybe even for some of you, your spiritual gifts, this could go a few different ways. It could be like a certain spiritual gift, or it could be a certain life purpose here, mission that you're coming into knowledge of. It can be a certain, even just loving yourself more. It's like it was kind of out of reach. It was like there was a gap between it, and you're closing the gap now to actually spark that again, or to feel that connection again here on a very mystical, kind of magical level, I feel, for whoever this group of people is for. So they're also showing me something again with the stars, the planets. So I don't know if we have something going on here in terms of astrology that is also assisting this, or is also shifting things in that way, because it almost feels like that. Like there's a kind of element here with the Fool that we had in the beginning, and this Bone Collector, of a certain alignment is what I keep getting, whatever that is, some kind of alignment with the stars. And I'm getting for someone specific, I'm hearing keep going. We have the Pearl. So if you're moving towards something with the Emperor, and it's like you feel like your life is putting back upright with this Emperor here, keep going. With the Pearl, there could actually be something that you're about to unlock, or that you're about to come into, some kind of rare opportunity. It says here, you find the answer. That's what I was getting earlier with the Ace of Swords. It says you have a gift. Yeah, so I definitely feel like for some of you, this is going to be, and I'll get some specifics here in a minute to see a little bit deeper, because it's going to be a little bit different, I think, for everyone, or this could impact multiple levels of your life. But I do think that for some of you, this is some sort of gift that you have, a spiritual talent. Yeah, they keep showing me like clouds passing by, but then I'm just being shown this Ace of Swords pierces through the clouds, and it's able to give you finally that answer. It's like you were trying to grasp for the answer in the clouds for a long time, and it felt very frustrating because every time you put your hand up in the clouds, you could never get the answer. But it's like now you clutched it, you got the answer. And it's like because you've somehow mastered that, or you've somehow done that within yourself. And with that Three of Swords here, that's where it's kind of coming through, that maybe for some of you, I'm either getting two things with this. For some, it actually could be something that maybe like karmically has closed because you've learned enough with that situation, or you've come to a certain point in your spiritual journey where again you've been able to sort of crystallize something with that maybe heartbreak, or with something that is no longer supposed to cause you pain. I'm getting it's like it's no longer supposed to pierce you that way. Now it's being churned upright again. I keep getting it's like this bird too is upside down, so it's like there was something that I don't know if some of you are just maybe healing from heartbreak, or if you're healing from some perception of a situation. I'm hearing you're headed on the right track. Yeah, so it's like someone needs to know here, okay, all these cards flew out. We have the World, the Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Knight of Cups. Wow, yeah, this is really beautiful energy. Justice is at the bottom. You're heading on the right track. So whatever it is that you've done, however this connects with you here, it's like you're heading on the right track. And again, I will get a few confirmations because I keep getting this other message too, that maybe there's something about someone else may be heading on the right track too, or it's helping to collide something into being. But with this here, it's like there's been someone here has with the justice in the world, someone has been able to turn something around. And it's like I'm getting with this Knight of Cups and the bonfire, like we're focusing now on what is going to grow. It's like this could be a creative talent, this could be even love too. And it's like with the Knight of Cups, we're going towards something now that is actually going to grow. It's not just sort of empty. And it's like, so if this could be a confirmation for some of you, if this is something that you've been putting a lot of work into, maybe it's an idea, or it's a work situation, or it's something that you've been growing creatively, you're heading on the right track with that. You are finding the pearl in that situation. You're kind of like finding the right spot with that. You're finding the right solution with that, or you're about to come into that. And so with the world though, and the justice, that's kind of where it feels like something has kind of allowed that to happen, or there's been a divine alignment with the justice card. I just can't tell what caused that exactly. If it almost feels, again, with these three cards, Justice, the World, and the High Priestess, that it has something more to do on a higher level that I can't quite pinpoint what that is, but it's something that maybe has clicked into place on a soul level. It may even be just the kind of result of, again, like a closing out of certain cycles, and maybe it took a little bit to heal from those or to wrap them up fully, but now that we can kind of start our real kind of life in a way, if that makes sense. Not that other things weren't valid, but there's something about that of like, now we can start a new journey, or now we can start the real journey, whatever that real journey is. So it could definitely relate to the reading I just did too, where it feels like some of you maybe you're just beginning to embark on your biggest kind of chapter or your biggest endeavor in life so far. So maybe that's something that you haven't been able to kind of find what you're here to do, or maybe it's just the levels of sort of abundance of what you're about to attract next are going to be a much bigger accomplishment in a way than what you've experienced before. The people that you're meeting, I'm getting as well, it's becoming ripe kind of for you to create that fire again in your heart, or to have this, metaphorically speaking, like this bonfire with your soul tribe, if that makes sense. Like there's something that feels like we're trotting along the right path for that to come into being. I just heard you've pried yourself away. So I don't know what you've pried yourself away from, but some of you have pried yourself away. And I'm also hearing that for a few of you, if you don't know that you've done this, again, that could be with the number 11 here too. That could be something with the Justice card that, spiritually speaking, you've been able to maybe energetically sort of pry yourself away from something else, or it feels more like it's through acts though of things that you've been doing. So for example, if you were really stuck on something for a while, or if you felt that you were in like an endless pattern for a while, something that you may have started to do, whether it's spiritual knowledge that you were learning, or it's just through self-love, or whatever that was, it's like it helped to pry you away from something that either wasn't good for you, or just the perception of that like wasn't good for you. And I think, yeah, I'm hearing that again. You now have what you need, or you now have the answers. There's something to where you now have the answers. I don't know though. It's like you have the answers now. I'm not sure what Spirit means by this either, but they're almost showing me the energy. I'm hearing a virgin, and they're showing me this very like pure energy of a virgin. So I don't know if maybe some of you, it's that kind of feeling too of like, yeah, we have protecting treasure. There's something very precious about you, or about a certain, could be a relationship, or it could also be just like the things that are coming in next. They're very, there's something of a very pure, sacred treasure that it's like you've been purified, or it's like starting fresh, but now it's I don't know, now it's protected. And now it's raining outside, it's pouring. So yeah, it's kind of that feeling of cleansing too. I just heard give yourself a break. I'm also getting that song, I think, by Demi Lovato, Give My Heart a Break, or Give Your Heart a Break. So maybe for some with that Three of Swords, let me get a few of these, and I'm going to get some specific cards so we can kind of see what the specifics are from the situation. Tell us a bit more, Spirit. I'm also getting the color turquoise and also the crystal turquoise. Could be soothing, or it could be something that maybe some of you want to work with that crystal or that color. I'm also getting that, yeah, I'm hearing accepting your best. It's like you're accepting your best now. Maybe before you were not willing or able to accept kind of the best of your life. Yeah, you're setting your sights higher. It's time to soar. It's like a lot of, I think that's what it is actually with the Justice. It's like there's something that you're now able to be accepting and receiving of, like the best in your life, the best relationships, the best treatment, maybe the best of everything. It's almost just like an energy. It's not just one thing with the Pearl. And I think this is something that I think your guides and your angels too with the Sun are helping you to bring this in. So it's almost like they're telling you that it's time now for you to accept the best. We want you to like accept the best, because with the Three of Swords and the Justice, you probably were in a period of time where you were not accepting the best treatment, or you were not accepting the highest kind of vibration or caliber of the experiences that you were having. Maybe you were settling for things. Maybe you were not in the High Priestess energy previously. You weren't kind of seeing the value of yourself or of these experiences. And it kind of reminds me, even though this is not 11, it kind of gives me like an 11 number here. So it's 1111. And I think that represents that there's a lot of upgrades happening. For those of you also who are star seeds here too, it's like you've been experiencing a lot of rapid upgrades. And this is connecting you back to your true essence. Move beyond ancestral patterns. Be brave and honest. So here we have this sword again too. So there's something with this sword and the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, where maybe this is going to be you being brave enough to face your fears. It could be various things. Brave enough to face new love, brave enough to face your fears. And I think with this here, that is kind of that world, the Justice. Some of you definitely have been able to overcome these ancestral patterns. Maybe you've been doing lots of healing, or it's something that you've, over the course of time, you know, even if it took a long time, like over the course of your healing journey, you've kind of reached this moment now where you're able to now accept in your joy more fully. And I think that's what Spirit's saying, is that I'm hearing the forces outside of your control are no longer there. Yeah, so I'm sure you heard that thunder. Wow. Yeah, I feel like this could be like a very powerful message here for some of you too, maybe from your ancestors, because it's something too where I forgot now what I said because that thunder startled me, but I said something that came up here about, oh yeah, with the Justice card, the forces outside of your control are no longer there. And I don't really understand what they mean by that, but there could be something that, it's almost like the path is clear, or there's something that's like been cleared. There's something that's been cleared here with the Justice and the this card here. It's like not feeling roped, tangled in, or not feeling tied down to something anymore. We have Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Again, kind of like with the High Priestess here. Somehow this all connects back to that card. And I think it's going to be something that a lot of you have been receiving intuitively, so you'll know what that means for you. Maybe it's been something that it's kind of like, how to put it, like we sort of can't get to that point of the outside source or outside influences being out of our control unless we find that power within, if that makes sense. And so I think you stepping into that High Priestess power, or you stepping into this deeper connection to self, this inner knowing, the reconnection maybe to your soul, has allowed there to be a dissolving of the outside blockages. So this really does feel like it's for a group of people where you've done this work on yourself, or you've understood your position kind of spiritually speaking, or you've stepped into this knowing of who you are, of the truth. And I am also getting to, this is just a confirmation too for some of you that right now, a lot of various things that you're receiving intuitively, you can really trust them all right now, because this is a very powerful time for you to honor your inner knowing and to understand that there's actually quite a bit that's happening kind of behind the scenes in a way, but at the same time you're aware of it, you know. So it's like there's things that are coming together in a very mystical way, but you're also aware of it. So let me grab these more specific cards to see what else comes up here. So let's see. It is storming really bad outside, and it's going to be a little bit loud. But for some reason, I almost feel like I'm supposed to record this during the storm. I don't know why. Hopefully, it's not going to be too distracting to the audio. But I just feel like it's bringing like a level of power to the reading. So let's see, Spirit, any other specifics that you can say for this reading here today, for whoever this is for? What else do you want to say about the things that are happening here and what you are talking about here? I'm also hearing I'm seeing with this card, I'm seeing a mirror, and I'm hearing your perspective has shifted, and I'm also being shown a lot of yellow. So yeah, it seems like your perspective on something has been shifting, and this is just that confirmation of how this is helping to align these things for you. I'm hearing that again, you deserve the best. So as I divided this deck here, we have, you will soon be met with an incredible surprise that will favor your love life and bring about a hopeful energy that everything is finally falling into place. And that's kind of what I was getting to with falling into place feeling. It does feel like a lot of things are falling into place. They're showing me the end of a cat and mouse game. So that feels like it's connected to that Justice card in whatever way that's going to be for you. Maybe it's been some sort of runner chaser or on and off dynamic, or maybe it's been that you felt that you had to seek out love or like be somebody else to receive love, and there's like an ending to that cycle happening here. A profound time of healing approaches. It may feel challenging, but you will come out stronger than before. That could also be why this like major thunderstorm here happening now, because it could be that there's a lot of healing taking place. You know, it's like we can't kind of be in this energy without challenges or without being honest with ourselves. Tap into your intuition and be aware of the people around you at this time. Someone is not who they portray themselves to be. So for some of you, I feel like that could be connected to, this may not be for everyone, but there's maybe something that's becoming very obvious to you intuitively, that someone or something is bringing you more heartbreak than necessary, or that it's not a part of your future, or it's not treating you like the pearl that you are. Or this could come up in the future. And I think that's kind of going to lead to this ending of that cycle, where maybe you didn't honor that intuition before. I'm hearing you tiptoed around it. I also feel there's another message coming up, maybe not for everyone either, but if you feel guided to speak your truth right now, maybe it's something that you just can't understand why you feel something, but yet you feel it. Like you don't know why it feels so real to you, or like there's something intuitively that you know, and maybe again you didn't kind of honor that before. Maybe you disregarded your intuition because you didn't think that you were right, or it's like this is definitely time to really honor that, because yeah, it feels like we have a romantic interest has been anxious in anticipation to receive a message and hear from you. I actually feel like this is connected to this bonfire energy and the Knight of Cups. There definitely is someone who I feel is eager to speak with you, or someone that's going to be entering your life. I'll see if I can pull a little bit of clarity on that, because I feel like it's someone who is either about to approach you romantically, or it's someone that is meant to kind of enter your life, or maybe someone that you already have in your life. It depends, but it's something, there's an eagerness with that bonfire, like Spirit said in the beginning, it's time to start the new journey now, or now we can start the new journey. So that possibly could be that other message I was getting about another person with the King of Swords. Maybe there's someone who they need to be honest with you. I want to clarify that though in a minute, but there could be something like that for some of you, where maybe someone's ready to be honest with you. Maybe they are getting to that point too, where the journey can now start between the two of you with the Emperor. Even if it is someone that you haven't met yet, maybe they're about to surface finally in your life. And in a way, that's the representation of the new journey that can now start because of this clarity on one or both ends. Anything else, Spirit, about this message? What specifics do we have here with everything coming up here today? What specific information do we have? We have the perfect partner for you to build with and navigate through life with will be available to you before the end of the year. So yeah, I feel for some of you, but I'm going to have to get a little bit of clarity on that, because I'm getting a few different messages here with love. Be mindful of your actions at this time in order to avoid a loss. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit. Excitement will soon fill your social life. You will be connecting with others who add a sense of renewal and revival to your personal life. So that's that bonfire reference. An unexpected guest means to cause trouble for you. I feel like these are going to be for specific people, some of these. There's going to be different energies here coming through. I don't know why I'm hearing saturate yourself with the good or something, or saturate yourself with maybe this bonfire feeling, maybe the right people for you, or like the better sort of things of your life. A time of fun, adventure, and exploration with others approaches. You will feel a sense of rejuvenation as you embrace these social invitations. So there's something definitely about your social life, social invitations coming in. I'm hearing you're ready now. Yeah, so it's like you're ready now. You are headed towards higher security in life, which will allow you to be able to establish a firm and solid foundation within your home life. And then we also have you are being guided to expand your horizons at this time and leave your comfort zones behind. Try to be open to the new opportunities that will come your way. So that's kind of where I feel for a lot of you here. That sense of sort of being back upright in a way with the Emperor. It's like you're heading towards more stability in your life. And I think that's there's a romantic interest here. There's just a lot of like more social connections coming in. There's more social invitations. There's new people coming in. I will do an extended here, and we'll go a little bit more in depth, just pulling some different from some more cards from different decks, because there's a lot of different sort of things coming up here. Let me just see. We have waiting for news, package, or letter. Deep personal strength and peace that assure success. Fear, worries, tense situations. What is the message here, Spirit? I'm getting tons of things at one time. What are you saying here with this information? What is most important to come through here with everything that came up now? Yeah, okay, so I'm hearing focus on this, focus on where you're going. So maybe for some of you, there's like a challenge coming in. There's maybe something that's causing tension for you, or there would be, or there will be. And Spirit's saying that what the advice is, or what you should do, is to focus on whatever this is that's kind of leading you towards a higher security in your life, a higher foundation. For some of you, I'm being shown something about ripping the Band-Aid off. So there could be something, I can't tell what that is. If it's something that's like something you're waiting to hear from, if it's something that you have to kind of end, or if it's going to be a confrontation. But there's almost this feeling of like there's a final Band-Aid to rip off. And as you rip off that Band-Aid, that's sort of where this represents your deep personal strength that you've been moving through, where it hasn't been easy, but it's like you're coming out stronger after that, ripping off the Band-Aid. So whatever that is for you, maybe it's somebody who's causing trouble for you. Maybe it's some situation that it's like, if we don't, because I think that you're at this point where you're accessing that pearl and you're so close to it, but maybe there's like one kind of cut, one scrape, that there's a Band-Aid that has to be ripped off. We have to kind of let that heal now, even though we've done so much healing already, or even though there's so much that is already changing, So I think that for someone specific, there could be like a battle here, almost in a way, between like the past and the future. I'm not sure if that's two different people, or if it's something in love, or what that is. If it's something that is a past worry, maybe even it's just your perception of something. It's like we're kind of not fully in that, but there's still some tension between the past and like where we're going. We have great happiness. Financial pinch, lighthearted, carefree time. For someone specific, I'm also hearing move your body. So maybe this is exercise, maybe like a dance exercise, or something that can kind of tap you into moving your body. But I think it also represents like the flexibility of what you're coming into within yourself, like a more flexible kind of outlook on life. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change, doing something risky, taking a chance. Okay, let me get one last one, and then I'm just going to see if there's anything else that I missed here, because again, there's a few different like specific scenarios coming up here that are all tugging in different directions. We have be aware of greed. Okay, is there anything, Spirit, that you want to say here before we go over to the extended? Anything else that I missed that you want to say about these specific things, how to put this kind of together? For someone specific, there is somebody here who is very stubborn, someone who maybe is very much in their pride, their ego. It's going to be different. You know, for some of you, this could be an ex. It could be someone you're divorcing. It could be someone that is just not changing. Someone that's a part of like a comfort zone. This could be also a boss or someone at work, maybe for others of you. But it feels like there's this feeling of, again, you're kind of being led into the new, like the lighthearted energy, the happiness. And again, I'm hearing that allow your abundance or allow the good. I'm hearing make your pain matter. Let me get one final card here. There's something I'm not seeing here about this, or there's just, I don't know, it feels like there's one more message that needs to come up. I don't know if maybe some of you have somebody else's energy in your, like, or somebody else in your energy right now, because it feels kind of like there's something frustrating me, but I can't pinpoint what it is, and it almost feels like I'm being pulled backwards every time I'm trying to go forward. So I don't know if there's something like that, or there's someone here who's, what is that? It's like there's something that feels like it's causing tension energetically for you. I just think the main message here, however this will relate, is about, again, this sort of leaving your comfort zones behind, being able to have the courage to maybe do things differently. Perspective is a matter of where you stand. Everyone you meet is another part of you that wants to be loved. This is your time to step up and lead from your soul. Yeah, I don't know. I think that whoever this is for, it's like you're being guided to step up and to take a risk here towards something, but we'll confirm a little bit more in the extended to what exactly that is, because there's a few wires like crossing with this. It could be somebody else is going to be doing that towards you, or you're doing that. There's a feeling here of some clarity though around connections for you, possibly for somebody else too. That's where it sort of feels like it could be mixed together. Like your connections could be coming into a lot of clarity about various things, who's not willing to change, values, where those stand, shifting perspective and perceptions on the future. There feels like there's a lot here with that. So I just think that there's an importance with like the connections though that have been exiting your life, and the connections that are coming in too, and how it's a mirror to you, and how collectively maybe we're all starting to consider or shift the direction of those situations or connections, what's truly right for us. And at the same time, there's a feeling of this is coming from your soul, kind of leading and guiding the way for you, and stepping up in that way to really create the life that you want, and to move towards those situations, those people, and those circumstances, and your purpose and your gifts and all of that comes more from like that owl in the beginning. The high priest is like your soul's coming out now to lead you in the right direction. It's time to set your sights higher in all ways, in all directions, in all areas. And whether that means that you're taking a risk towards something, or even to somebody here, or someone will take a risk towards you also in love, there's something about needing to be honest either way. So maybe it's time to like be honest with the people that we don't see in our life anymore, the people that we do see in our life. There could be a lot of honest communications coming in, but at the same time it's helping to clear out the old so that we can have like a new lighthearted new beginning in multiple ways. And Spirit's saying that this is a deeply healing time for us to like peel back those layers and to truly be guided in that direction, which may be a bit tangled at the moment, or could require a bit of untangling or final untangling of that. So maybe it's a final confrontation, or it's things that like, again, that last sort of band-aid has to be ripped off for us to leave the comfort zone behind. And whoever it is that you're meeting or whoever you're dealing with will have to do the same thing. If there's people who are still going to be stubborn in their ego, people who are operating from this greed or business relations or something, or even an old version of you that was seeing things from a egotistical place, there's a shift into a more loving energy. But yeah, I will go over to the extended, and I will just be pulling from some different cards and also getting a few from the love deck, and I will also pull some charms. So I hope that this major thunderstorm wasn't too distracting or didn't disrupt the audio too much. I know there was some pretty loud, hits, but yeah, again, I feel like it's also symbolic for this like major clearing that's happening, or this just powerful kind of feeling of your soul coming through to speak with you, almost is what it feels like. Like maybe this is a message that some of you really need to hear, or is like a confirmation from your higher self in a way. But yeah, I hope that this could reach whoever it's meant for. I hope this was resonant. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will have the extended linked down below. If you would like to join our Patreon community, I also have that linked down below, and you do have access over there to all of the extended readings, as well as the library of pick a card readings every week, and a new one every week as well. So I will talk to you all next time, or in the extended. So take care and lots of love.